Hello one and all, and welcome to my new project, Let's Play Dark Cloud. I am the Silly Headpants Man, and I'm glad you guys could join me. Finally got stuff set up so I could start recording from different platforms. I'm quite happy about that, so... I suppose we should just get into the story, I suppose. Well, you've seen the story, that was the intro, but this is going to be part one. I'm actually really excited for this project, so I hope everything goes fine. But yeah, let's get into it. Ah, Silly, you're alive. Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. I never dreamt this would happen. One night and our village is gone. Can you believe this, Silly? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of the village, can do nothing about it. What am I supposed to do now? I don't know. Oh. I guess the only thing we can do is get help from the guardian of Nolun Village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us for sure. I have a favour to ask, Silly. Go to the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what happened. Divine Beast Cave is a cave outside towards your right hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense something has changed about the cave. Be careful. This is the cave key. Cave key acquired! I put things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get into trouble in there, come back here. I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. Which he does. He gives you water, food, repair powder, escape powder, and antidote. I'll explain how each of them work once we get to parts where we actually need to use them. But yes, the cave is located over there. The quick way to get is you press select to go into edit mode, and then press select again, you drop down here. Press square to use items whenever an exclamation point appears above your head. And we have entered the Divine Beast Cave. Now, this will show you how many floors are in the dungeon. Well, once you visit them all and let you choose which floor. It'll also show you how many Atla parts there are to get on each floor. It'll also tell you how many enemies you've killed on that floor. This is a cumulative total, so if you kill 15 one time and 15 another time, that total will show 30. So, explain that. Let's carry on. Hey, Fairy King. It's for real this time, Silly. From here on, you will be put to the true test. First, conquer this wretched Divine Beast's Cave and find Dran's lair. That is your first goal. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in the dungeon. First, to advance to the next floor in the dungeon, acquire a gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's Crest will be the gate key. The gate key is almost always carried by a monster in the dungeon. You must defeat the monsters to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has the key, you'll just have to defeat them all one by one. Next, I'll tell you about how to return to the ground level rather than advancing to the floor below. Floor below. Nice one. To return to ground level, mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport your body to ground level. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But be aware, if there are monsters left on the floor, mind connect won't work. It will be blocked by their evil energies. In such cases, use the item escape powder to get out on your own. Nolun Village Chief had lots of it, so be sure to get it before you go. You can also mind connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of a dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can start at the next new level, so you won't have to worry about losing progress. Next is on to weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. The more you use a weapon, the more it wears and finally it breaks. Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore their weapon hit points. The longer you use a weapon by repairing, the more magic it absorbs from monsters and thus becomes stronger. It's said that when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change into a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. Oh, I cast a spell on that dagger you have on you, so it'll never disappear. But all new weapons you will get during your quest will disappear once they break, so be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting the weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. The sphere, Atla, where I protected and sealed all fragments of the world. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. You can absorb the contents of the Atla into Atlamilia by touching it. When you return to the surface, you'll be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Oops, today's lesson ran a little long. No shit. That's it for today's lecture. Now, silly, show me your true ability on this quest. Duh. Okay. Let's go. Let's go this way first. X button opens chests. Quite simple. Ah, holy. Also, circle button is to lock onto enemies. And the X button is to attack. Damn it. Right. There is a map and a magic stone on each floor. Get both to see everything. Okay. Weapon. Dagger. Customize. You can get different attachments to put onto your weapon. As you've seen, I found Holy, so I can put that on my weapon. And I can change my weapon's attribute to Holy, which will do more damage to undeads or cursed monsters. Money! Is there anything else? No. Dungeon trawling will be a bit slow at first, until you get certain items. But that's how it goes with pretty much any game. We got a bit of the river. I hate cave bats because they can poison you. Getting poisoned is a pain in the butt. Oh! Shit, that was close. As you notice, the more you go around, the more your thirst decreases. That's why these are awesome. Completely regenerate thirst and health. I'll explain more about what that question mark is on the map next time, probably. I don't want to overload with information. God, I love this game. This is actually probably one of my favourite games of all time. I don't know why, but I love this game so much. Okay. We're going to see a new enemy, are we? Yes, a dasher. Just keep slashing away. Yep, as you could probably have guessed, enemies drop money and certain items. Some items are more helpful than others, some are completely useless. That's what happens. Bomb nuts! I'm gonna hold on to them. Not gonna use them just yet. There you go. There's the gate key. So you don't need, really, to defeat any more enemies. Nice job. I'll explain about items a little bit more when we get to a part where it's probably beneficial to use them. Lamp. Here's your magic crystal. It now shows you where all enemies and items and stuff are on the floor. Okay, dagger's abs are full. Once you see that message, that means you can go. Make sure, if you have things attached to the weapons, if you don't want them to be absorbed, remove them before upgrading. Because when you upgrade, it will absorb any attachments and become more powerful. See, attachment's gone, but is now permanently part of the weapon. When you upgrade your weapon, the hit points go up, but also the amount of abs that it will need go up. Here you go, it's down to 5. So, probably is a good idea now to repair the weapon. I really do like this game. I'm not gonna lie. Macho! This game can seem quite tedious at first, but it gets into it. Once the game starts going, it's worth it, I feel. But then again, I love this game, so I'm going to say that. Okay, so go up to the door, grab the crest, put it in the door, and continue. Now, if you are adequately equipped, you could just go straight to the next floor. However, the game does kind of push you into coming back out pretty much after every floor for a little while. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and then probably cut them out of other times. That's what happens when your disc gets scratched. Character thinks he's the running man. Hahaha, see, he's even laughing at you being an idiot. Seems like you've finally come back with some Atla. Very well then, I shall teach you as I promised. The pieces sealed inside Atla are released by touching the Atla with your left hand, where the power of the Atla Milia resides. Buildings and people that were sucked into Atla Milia will be restored to their original form. Once you bring them back to ground level, you can rearrange them as you wish. He's quite persistent, isn't he? By going back and forth a dungeon and ground level, you can restore the Earth to its original form. That's your mission as one who was granted the power of the Atla Milia. Now let us move on. This may get a bit technical. If you want to place buildings, etc., press the select button while walking to go into edit mode. Press the select button again to return to walking mode. In edit mode you can reassemble buildings that have fallen apart and place them on the ground. Seeing is believing. Try it yourself. Must be faster than listening to my lecture. Nod and stop walking. Oh yes, and if you ever forget the things I teach you, use this. Da 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 da. You acquired the manual. It's a guide for using Atla Milia and other things. I wrote it for beginners like you. Manual can be selected from the main menu. Read it carefully. Okay, I leave the world's reconstruction to you. I'll be watching. Ha ha ha, so long. Herb. I suppose while we're here I'll show it off. Press triangle to go into the menu. So we have Macho's house, we also have Macho. So, why don't we place him? Start by placing him here. Okay, if you come down, is he on the map anyway? No, he's not. He's probably in his house then. Yes, also one thing to note. As you go back and for the dungeon, the more floors you progress through, come on, the more of these little boxes will appear around the village. They'll have certain items in there for you. Here he is, Macho. Ah, silly, I missed you, man. Your smile really brightens my day. Okay, so you can ask them certain things. If you ask them how should I rebuild Nolun, or how should I rebuild whatever, insert village name here, they will tell you certain things that they want about their house, or where they want their house placed, or how they want the land around it constructed. So he says fighting is what a man should live for. It's a basic fact of life, right? So place him near somewhere where he can fight a lot. That's why I put him right next to the dungeon. What will happen when it's done? We'll give you a hint as to what the reward will be when you finish the house, but then you say, tell me how to rebuild your house. Look, don't forget to expand my room and the barbell. Put that outside. So, doing that, after speaking to him, you'll see that some of the question marks have actually turned into slots to put things in. Notice that I don't actually have any of those, so let's go over here, back to the mayor's house, because we were told to. Our only hope is Dran. Dran has always watched over us. I'm sure Dran has watched us this time too, and will help us, but really, this time even Dran's windmill where Dran's magic power dwells is destroyed. This looks to be no easy task. I'll put some items you'll be needing in your bag. Be careful, okay? So that's basically what you need to do after every time you go to the dungeon and come back out. For the first few times anyway. So like I said, I'll probably cut them out. But let's go to dungeon. On to the next floor. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. It's a ninja cat. Okay, let's continue onwards. Haha, you missed! Here's the barbell. You can also sort the parts out whilst in a dungeon. For example, there you go. But I prefer to do that when I'm up on top. So, dead. Damn it, this is the way, right? I'll go the other way first because the door is by there. So I don't have to come all the way to go all the way back to go all the way back again. Ta-da! Yeah, any opportunities you get money, pick it up as you'll be needing it. I just realised I'm actually getting thirsty. Obviously, if your thirst runs out, it starts to deteriorate your health. Usually the best thing to do with thirst is wait until you get the warning message, which was right on cue. And click and drag it over to you. Boom. Me no longer thirsty. And there's a fucking waterfall over there, of course there is. There isn't always a waterfall on stages. Bread. Well, we've got plenty of bread. Come here, Dasher. Yeah. Also, the floors. You will never get the same floor twice. It's one thing I like about this game. You can go into the first floor, and it can be quite a simple layout with a waterfall. However, the second time you go on that stage, it'll be completely different. And then the third time different, fourth time different. Right, these things. Gotta kill those things as quickly as possible. They do a hell a lot of damage. Ow! Right, get off. Right, weapon. Do I have anything to equip? Nope. Upgrade. Yeah. The basic attributes that upgrade when upgrading a weapon are attack, endurance, speed, and magic power. It does not automatically do your attributes, elemental attributes, or your specific enemy attributes. Beep, 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 beep. Because if beep, annoying, obnoxious beeping noises weren't bad enough, this game has one too! But yes, weapon. We must repair. Right, let's go in here to heal and get our thirst back. Oh, as you can see on the minimap, in the bottom right corner, there's actually 2 waterfalls on this stage. But it doesn't matter about the fact that I've used my water, because I'm always going to get it back from the mayor. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so what's in the chest? Level up powder. Now this, that is brilliant. That allows you to upgrade your weapon regardless of how many regardless of what its apps is at. You could have literally just upgraded it. It allows you to upgrade it straight away again. That's a really, really good item to get this early in the game. However, I'm going to be saving it for weapons that require a shit ton of abs to level up. Boom. What's in the chest? Cheese! Another health item. Restores health. Yummy. Okay, so let's rearrange the items. Pressing the square button arranges the items. Leave dungeon temporarily. I'm going to show you one little trick, one more trick before we call this episode to a stop. Oh, as you can see, there's another one of those little red chests. Tasty water. That is obviously better than just normal water. Okay. Okay, is there anything? Which button is it? Aha! When you're inside houses, you can press R2 to go into first-person mode. As you can see, there's a box up here that you wouldn't normally see. Ah, good. Right. I'm not going to use that yet. I'll use it in a bit to show you what it is. Right, a little trick. Right, he fills your bag back up. Now what you want to do is... put that down. Tasty water. Ah, he didn't give me another one. Oh well. Refill your health. Refill your weapon hit points. Talk to him again. Get all the items back. Awesome. So, I think that'll do it for episode 1 of Let's Play Dark Cloud. I'll see you guys next time, back in the dungeon. Hope you join me guys then. Hope you join me guys. I hope you guys join me then. I really need to put a lot more work into my outro, because I suck bad. I also need to learn how to talk properly too.